Hey Gemini, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, welcome. I'm pleased to have you guys tapping in with me today. Gemini, this is going to be your December reading. We're going to tap into the energy to see what it is that you guys need to know or be aware of this month. And this is, of course, going to be for Gemini sun, moon, and rising sign. So as always, guys, make sure you check out your other placements here on the channel. Now, Gemini, this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. However, if this reading does speak to you, I ask that you please support the channel by liking and subscribing. This will, of course, allow me to grow the channel, but also helps me to pick up on your vibes for future reads. Alright, guys, let's jump on into this. I hope that you guys are all doing well out there, staying safe, happy, and healthy as always. Spirit, what is coming in for Gemini for December? We got the Wheel of Fortune. Messages for the Seven of Swords. Tell me about Gemini for it. We got the Two of Swords. Gemini, sun, moon, rising. Gemini. We got the Queen of Swords. Gemini, sun, moon, rising. We got the Ten of Cups. And we also have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. We got Strength, Leo energy. Tell me about Gemini. And we got the Page of Cups. Nice. Bottom of the deck, we got the Ten of Swords, Gemini. So for many of you, you may be dealing with a very difficult ending, or you may be dealing with maybe a breakup, something coming to a close. Typically, of course, with that Ten of Swords, this is all about rock bottom. Someone who is really at the end of their rope, really having a difficult time. So Gemini, that could literally be in regards to anything. It could be in regards to your love life, maybe your work situation. But typically the Ten of Swords is definitely someone who is dealing with a lot or who has been through a lot. So for many of you, you're possibly coming out of that energy, or possibly coming out of a place of, you know, just being hurt very, very badly by either someone or because of a certain situation. Now, Gemini, with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the overall theme for the month. So changes are definitely coming in. I feel for many of you, things are going to be changing for the better. Again, in that Ten of Swords energy, you may be in a very bad place right now. However, with the Wheel of Fortune coming out, I feel like for many of you, this cycle is coming to a close and you're going to be able to successfully move forward. You may be dealing with a Leo, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or Scorpio, but I definitely feel like for a lot of you, things are definitely coming to completion. So if you've had a bad situation or a bad breakup, a bad relationship, this is going to be the time where you're able to move on from this and get to a better place. Spirit, tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, we get the Knight of Swords. I feel like for many of you with that Knight of Swords energy, this is your moving forward. The Knight of Swords typically is someone who is really taking some sort of action. And I feel as though for many of you, you're either cutting out the drama, anyone that has caused you any maybe pain or anything that was negative in your life, you're cutting these people off, cutting this energy off. There could be with this Five of Wands, someone that's very jealous. For many of you, this could be about maybe a relationship or a bad ending. Could be you walking away from a third party situation, or just something that really had you stressed out or in your head. And I feel for a lot of you, you're doing what's best for you in that Knight of Swords energy, and you're really not worried about others or their perceptions, what people think about you, what people feel. This is like you saying, this is my time. I'm focusing on myself, doing what I need to do to be happy. Now, Gemini, with the Seven of Swords, this is actually what you're leaving behind. So for many of you, this could very well be a third-party situation that you were in, or you may have put someone else in a third-party situation. With that Seven of Swords, you're done with the lies, you're done with the deception, you're done with the games, you're done with anything that is against your... I feel like for many of you, you're changing for the better. So anything that doesn't suit you or anything that kind of brings your vibration down, you're leaving it alone or leaving it behind. Spirit, tell me about the Seven of Swords. So we got the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords definitely is some maybe communication at a distance. Typically with that Page of Swords, this is about someone who is very inquisitive. And I feel for many of you, you're making a judgment call on someone. So again, you may have found out some information. For some of you, you may have done some research, or you could have went digging and found out that someone was either lying or cheating. Someone was being deceptive with that Seven of Swords. However, with the Judgment here, I feel as though you're making a decision to possibly move on, or again, leave this person behind. So anyone in your energy, Gemini, that you are finding out that has lied to you, that has deceived you, that has betrayed you, that has really hurt you or even backstabbed you, you're leaving these people in the dust and you're moving on this month. Now, with the Two of Swords, I feel like for many of you, this is what's going to continue, and I feel like you're protecting your energy. You're not really giving to anything, again, that is negative. I feel for a lot of you, you're not giving to anyone that may be hurting you. So, Gemini, I'm really picking up on an energy that for many of you, there's a lot of pain that you are either dealing with or you still are dealing with. And you're really trying to get out of that energy. You're really trying to move on from that. And part of that means blocking out anything or anyone that contributes to that or just isn't doing things that are possibly conducive to your highest or greatest good. Tell me about this Two of Swords. Yeah, you made a judgment call. You made a judgment call. I feel like this is you saying, listen, I have to do what's best for me. Anything toxic, anything negative, anything that is in my way or possibly holding me back, I'm done with the Tower moments. I'm done with having these blow-ups. I want something that's better. So for a lot of you, this could have been a codependent relationship. This could mean that you're done with the jealousy. You're done with the mind games. Anything that is just not good for you, you're coming into a place of just leaving it alone. This could also represent addictions or anything negative. So for a lot of you, you may be deciding this month that you're going to cut back on maybe drinking or smoking or partying or, you know, just anything that you feel is not adding to your better or your highest good or your, I feel like for many of you, you're tapping into your, what is that? Your higher self. And your higher self is really calling for you to cut out distractions, to cut out anything that is not serving you. And so you're stepping into a place of really reevaluating people. You're reevaluating relationships, any situation that you're in that's possibly making you get into this devil energy or that's just very negative or toxic. You're leaving it alone. Now, with the Queen of Swords, I feel for many of you, you're very, very clear on where you stand, not only with people, but this is someone who is getting some sort of clarity, and this is what's coming in. For many of you, you may have been afraid in the past to be alone, or you possibly held on to unhealthy connections or situations. However, in this Queen of Swords energy, a lot of you are saying this month, listen, I would rather be alone than to deal with someone that's very negative or toxic, or this is you getting crystal clear on where you stand, not only with people, but what you want in your future. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. What's the Queen of Swords? We got the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, you're done working together with others. I feel as though for many of you, you've tried to make a situation work and it doesn't work. And you're really coming to this realization that, you know what, I did all I can do. This is not for me. The Three of Pentacles can definitely represent third parties. And for many of you, if this is a third party situation with that Nine of Wands, you're definitely feeling as though, listen, I need to protect myself. I don't want anyone who's not consistent or who kind of keeps me in my head, who stresses me out. I'm walking away or cutting out anything that, again, is just not serving me. So Gemini, I feel like for many of you, you're getting super duper clear this month on what works, what doesn't work, who's for you, who's not for you. And ultimately, you're making the decision to really cut people off. A lot of swords are here. So this is letting me know that for many of you, you've thought a lot about this, or this is something that has really been at the forefront of your mind, maybe over the last couple of weeks or months. And for many of you, this could be you making New Year's resolutions or saying, listen, I don't want to go into 2023 with this drama, this negativity. I really want to step it up and do what's best for me in order to really have the life that I deserve. Now, with your career, we got the Ten of Cups. So for many of you, you could be connecting with family members or really doing something that you love. But I feel for a lot of you, there's going to be an immense amount of happiness coming in through your job or maybe your business. That Ten of Cups is definitely a happy family. So I feel for a lot of you, whatever it is that you do for work or whatever it is that you are pursuing, this is something that's going to bring not only happiness to you, but happiness to your household, happiness to the people that are around you or the people that you may support. Tell me about this Ten of Cups. Now, we have the Six of Pentacles that came out in the reverse. Now, Gemini, with that Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this may indicate that there is someone that may be overspending, or someone that may be kind of taking advantage of a situation. So be very, very careful this month, because for a lot of you, you may be overspending with the holidays or really giving to people. However, Spirit is saying that you may want to kind of pull back. So if for many of you, you're thinking about maybe gifting someone with something, or giving to maybe your children, maybe buying a lot of different things, you can be happy without that. I feel like for many of you, there's a need for maybe spending or gifting someone with something. And Spirit is saying that you don't have to show your love by always giving or maybe over giving. For many of you, this may affect your stability. So just be very careful with your spending this month, and make sure that, you know, you're dotting your I's, crossing your T's when it comes to your finances or when it comes to your money. Because again, a lot of times people tend to spend a lot of money around the holidays or really give in. So Spirit is saying definitely hold out, because there could be some changes coming in. However, I feel for a lot of you, things are definitely looking up when it comes to your money and your career. Now, Gemini, with your love life, we got Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or someone that has Sag highly aspected. However, in that Temperance energy, I feel like there's a need for patience, but also you may be really healing a connection that has maybe not been working out, or there could be some healing coming in from either your person. If there's a situation where you were hurt, I definitely see that with that hurt, this is going to bring about a lot of change, but it's healing change. Tell me about Temperance. We got the Six of Wands. Nice. So in that Six of Wands energy, I really feel as though someone may be making a move. This is someone that has been patiently waiting. So Gemini, I don't know if you've been patiently waiting to make a move on someone new, maybe hoping to get their attention or hoping that they could, you know, notice you. But I feel like for many of you, oh yeah, you're definitely going to be making a move on someone, or someone's going to be making a move on you. Someone may be in love with you, Gemini, and they have been waiting for the right time to either come in to connect, or waiting for the right time. I'm getting patience here. So Gemini, you're going to know best, but I feel like someone has been patiently waiting, and your patience may be paying off this month. So whatever you've been waiting for when it comes to your love life or situation, whether that's someone new or maybe even reconnecting with someone from your past, it's definitely going to work out or pan out for you for December. Now, Gemini, with your personal growth, we have the Strength card, Leo energy. So for many of you, you're definitely in a place of control. Again, I am picking up on someone who, and this is not going to be everyone's story, but for the majority of you, Gemini, I feel that a lot of you are really controlling your impulses, controlling anything outside of yourself that may be harming you or just not good for you. So again, if you have some addictions, whether that's smoking, drinking, partying, whatever that is, you're really controlling yourself, really stepping in a place of betterment. Tell me about Strength for Gemini. We have a lot. We got Temperance, the Eight of Pentacles with the Sun. I feel like for many of you, you're doing everything in moderation. This is someone who is saying, listen, I need to work hard at what I want. I'm picking up on some of you, you're ending anything negative. Anything that's negative in your life, it's closing out. Now, with that Temperance coming out, again, I feel like you're doing everything in moderation, but ultimately, you're really committing to your happiness. This is someone that's saying, listen, I know that in the past, I've done X, Y, and Z. However, that has not really helped me. That has not really served me. So what I'm going to do now to ensure my happiness is I'm cutting that out, or I'm not giving to this situation anymore. I'm going to move forward. But I feel like for many of you, this is a very positive change that you're making, or you're really choosing yourself. So for many of you, this could be your New Year's resolution where you're saying, listen, I'm cutting out anything that's not good for me. And a lot of times people do that around the holidays, but for many of you, you're starting early, or you're not waiting to the new year. You're actually implementing this now. So for a lot of you, you're making very positive changes and saying, listen, I'm cutting back. I'm not going to give into anything that's toxic, not giving into anything that's negative. And ultimately, you're doing this to have your happiness. You're doing this to really see a change or a very positive change in your life. Now, with the overall outcome or advice, we got the Page of Cups. So for many of you, you may be getting some very positive news or very good news. The Page of Cups is a very positive energy in that This speaks to someone that may be very sensitive. It could also represent maybe hearing good news, maybe about a pregnancy or some sort of happy proposal or good news. Or for many of you, you could be finding out that someone may be pregnant, or someone could be telling you some good news surrounding a child. If not the case, I definitely feel for many of you, this is just representing positive news in general that's coming in. Tell me about this Page of Cups. What's the Page of Cups? What do we have here? We got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is definitely someone who is very, very, it's not a cold energy in all cases. The King of Swords is someone who's very intuitive, but also very, very sure of themselves and what they want. Also with the King of Swords, this is someone that's very rational, very clear-minded. So I feel for many of you, with you cutting out anything negative or cutting out anything that doesn't serve you, it's really getting you to a place of clarity. For some of you, this means that you're no longer drinking anymore. And this is saying, listen, I'm cutting out drinking, but ultimately I'm going to have so much mental clarity that I'm going to be able to figure things out or make positive changes. This could be someone that's saying, I'm no longer drinking, smoking, I'm no longer partying, I'm no longer being in third-party situations or investing in third parties, but I feel like you're doing this in order to have a new beginning here with this Page of Pentacles. And for many of you, you're definitely going to get that. You're very, very clear on where you're going. Very clear. Whoever this message is for, you're super clear on where you're going, where your future lies. And for many of you, you know that anything negative has to go in order for you to have this new positive beginning. So guys, let's get some messages from the divine, some well, not outcomes, but let's see what advice the divine has for you guys for this month. Gemini, I feel like for many of you, you're definitely making a lot of positive changes. You could have been in maybe a very bad situation for a long time, and ultimately you're choosing yourself and deciding that you're no longer giving to anything that is not helping you become a better person. Spirit, what advice do you have for Gemini for the month? This is a lot. I'm going to take them down. So we have reflect on your truth, which I feel as though many of you have been doing, really thinking things through, really thinking about what works for you and what does not work for you. And ultimately, this is leading you, this reflection is really leading you to a new beginning or a fresh start. And then we have take the lead. So some of you may be being called to maybe take some sort of action to move forward, or again, choosing yourself. I feel like for many of you with take the lead, this is about really deciding that you're no longer giving to anything negative and you're going to lead your own life. You're going to make your own decisions. You're going to do what works for you. We have say no. And again, this is going back to cutting out anything that doesn't serve you, anything that's negative, anything that doesn't really aid to your betterment or makes you a better person. And then we have express your joy. So for a lot of you, this is definitely saying that express your happiness. You know, if you have some positive news to share, if there's something positive going on in your life, don't be afraid to express that. Be very uplifting or inspiring to others. So Gemini, that is the messages I have for you guys today. I hope this resonated, gave you some clarity. If it has, guys, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Personal reads are open now, so if that's something that you guys are interested in, that information will be in the description box below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.